Episode 8. Let me turn this game off real quick.
All right, quick.
How are we doing, Highway Rivals family? Back today, episode 8. Me and Nate, T Flo, T Birch, we've been working, getting these as quickly out as possible, honestly.
Yep.
Thank you guys for interacting with the clips. The Instagram clips have done really good for us. Keep commenting, letting us know stuff you guys want to see. Comment on the YouTube, subscribe, please. We're trying to get to 100 subscribers. We do have a little something special for you guys since we hit 100 Instagram followers. We'll hint at that, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But Nate, how we feeling to be here today?
Feel great. Episode 8. We're back. Got a lot to talk about today. First off, live reaction. We just watched the most insane, crazy thing. I mean, how much were the Cavs up?
Cavs were up 16, 18 points. At times in that game, they were up a lot.
But with 3 minutes to go, they were up 9 points. And go ahead, break down what we just saw.
I mean, so basically, the Pacers did what they've done the whole second half of the season against the Bucks in some of those games, and keep it close enough to where you can come back and be tenacious in the fourth quarter. Tyrese Halliburton, I just got done asking Nate, is he better than Jason Tatum? He doesn't have a ring, obviously, so in a way, that conversation's disqualified.
Right.
But Tyrese Halliburton, dude, I mean, he keeps showing up. He got a little banged up in this game, too, hurt his wrist.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to him. We see the Pacers go up 2-0. I was obviously rocking Cavs. I say Cavs in 5. But Nate predicted the Pacers to go ahead and get it done in 7, and it's looking like they might get it done in 4. Nate, is this Pacers team really a threat?
They might be. I mean, nobody really counted them to be up 2-0 in this series, I don't think.
No.
And, of course, the Cavs have had injury, but, I mean, Donovan Mitchell had 50 tonight, and they lost that game in the last 3 minutes. Tyrese Halliburton gets a crazy rebound, steps back out, 3 for a game. I mean, crazy playoff game. I do think the Pacers could potentially take it in 4 or 5, but we'll see what the Cavs do on the road, banged up. Donovan Mitchell went down at the end of that game, too, so we'll see.
I mean, if the Cavs can find a way to get it 2-2, you're in a best of 3. I think they're not going to come down 3-1, in my opinion.
No,
the Pacers are good enough to close you out in a Game 6 or a Game 7.
Especially if they get a home game.
Yeah. So, shout out Tyrese Halliburton. What the hell?
What the
hell? Moving into yesterday's reaction, we got Knicks versus Celtics. So, obviously, we saw Jalen Brunson go absolute nuke in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
And we saw the Celtics blow a 20-point lead, which I kind of said this, even though they did 4-1 the Magic, I kind of said they got exposed in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Are the Knicks a real threat to upset the Celtics in this series, in your opinion?
Definitely a real threat. Celtics missed 47 threes, shot 20%. It's not going to happen very often, but I will say the Knicks did play a lot of defense that affected those shots. Those are also late shot clock shots. So a lot of those are contested too, so it's really what you accounted for. Also, the Celtics won the rebound battle, and the Knicks still found a way to win. So it's just however you look at it. But Porzingis was out in the second half. So what do you think about this series?
I mean, I'm still gonna roll Celtics right now. If the Knicks do to the Celtics what the Pacers just did to the Cavs and go up 2-0, I'm not gonna have a choice. The Knicks are good. The Knicks are better than the Pacers. So I think, I think if the Knicks can get past the Celtics, I would pick them to go to the finals. I would pick them over the Cavs or the Pacers. So I think they're a really strong team. I said Celtics in 6, but I could definitely see it going that way. I'm going to still stay Celtics, though. I'm going to stay a little conservative there.
Yeah, I still think the Celtics pull it out, too. Maybe 6-7 games, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, because I feel like this is going to be a real big bounce-back game, too. I'm going to be betting the Celtics heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I just think, the Knicks played really hard.
Yep.
And that does come back to bite you in your ass, as we saw in the first series.
Yeah, but that's what they do. They play hard every game.
It's Tom Thibodeau. Tom Thibodeau coached teams. We've seen it bite him and his ass, though. I mean, he's got D Rose up 9, a minute and a half left in the game, and never saw D Rose again.
That's true.
So that's what I'll say. Nuggets versus OKC last night. Aaron Gordon. Wow.
Clutch.
I mean, he's starting to give me a big shot Bob kind of vibe with him.
Yep.
He's 5 for 6 on game-winning shots in his career.
That's cool.
So it doesn't bother him to be in a high-leverage situation. Jokic, though, 42 and 22. He's so clear and away the best player in the NBA. Obviously, the MVP is a regular season award, and that's how it's been preached to us our whole lives, our whole childhood as NBA fans. I think because it's not fully been decided, or maybe it has been and they wait to release it or whatever it may be, Jokic is the MVP in my eyes.
It's hard to say he's not, just considering everything, and you look at both teams, but you can also say like you look at the Thunder, Shea makes everybody around him better. I mean, he had 33 points last night. He also has 10 rebounds, 8 assists. Like, he makes that team flow. He makes that team what they are, in my opinion. They do have a lot of young talent, but he's the only player that you look at, you're like, that's your guy to go get a bucket. Jokic is just a little different. I see what you're saying. Like, that team runs through him. Like, he's doing everything, like, all around. The MVP conversation is close. I would argue that Shea deserves it based off the regular season, but we'll see what happens in this series too.
We'll see. I just think, in a way, that I think Jokic should win the MVP because I think the NBA should cater to the time that we're going to have Jokic, because he's going to be one of those guys that retires at 34, 35. He'll get done doing it, you know what I mean? Yeah. Before he could literally be done doing it.
Right.
So I think that the NBA is kind of doing a disservice. I think that we're trying to get really picky with the MVP nowadays, in my opinion.
I can see that. The media manipulating it a little bit.
It's just very picky, in my opinion. And if you see the same guy consistently doing, I mean, Bron used to win multiple in a row. Jordan won multiple in a row. Kobe has one, I think. Yeah. 1 or 2. Kobe has 1 or 2. Either way, it used to be like I don't know that Shea, this might be crazy. He's really good, a top 5 player in basketball. I don't know that he's like an all-time legend yet.
I mean, definitely not. But
so in that sense, I think this award should cater to guys that have that status that are able to put up MVP numbers. Does that make sense?
I see what you're saying, in a way, but I think if the younger guy's having the better season and providing more for his organization and is the most valuable player, then he deserves that award. But Maybe. It's a tough argument.
I don't know. Anyway, though, back to specifically to this series, Denver versus Thunder. Nuggets are up 1-0. I said Nuggets in 7. Probably going to lean more towards Nuggets in 6 because I think this is going to be a common theme in the game. It's not a game winner, but a game where the Nuggets just like out IQ'd them in a way. Yes, it was a 2-point game, but it was like I felt like when you were watching it, it was like a skill gap of like right here to right here when it comes to overall talent on the teams. Nick Wright made a very good point on First Things First today. The Nuggets can give the ball to 3 or 4 guys, say go get a bucket, and you're living with it as a coach. Thunder got 1 and 2 on a good night if Jalen Williams is like hooping out of his mind, and he doesn't really like do that in the playoffs historically. Right. So, it's just a tough reality for the Thunder because they're gonna always win a lot of regular season games when they're like This is why the NBA's dumbed down. They don't play hard in the regular season anymore. And because of that, I think teams like the Thunder, who are extremely hungry, benefit from that. But you see a team who's as like talented as the Timberwolves right now. They're able to just get in, do what they need to do to get in. They have a clear path to the finals. clear path to the finals. Same with Denver. Like, there's just
Or the Warriors.
get in. Warriors, just get in.
Right.
Like, I think everyone, you put each of those three teams against the Thunder, I think everyone would lead in those three teams, unfortunately. And it comes from a lack of experience, one, but it's also they don't have like an all-time legend with moments on their team. Shea doesn't even have a lot of moments.
All these guys are young, so this is their time to make those moments. And
Yeah.
we'll see.
I just don't trust them. I don't trust them. They're a really good team. Mark Dagnall's a really good coach, but it's just the Nuggets experience is very good. Like, it's gonna be a tough task to ask them to get done with them unless the defense improves drastically.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna roll Nuggets in 6. Nate, how are you feeling?
I'm still going with Thunder in 7, and shout out to Russell Westbrook last night.
Oh my God,
Had a hell of a game. Returned to OKC, but cool moment.
for sure. No, Russell's a legend. Brody is inspirational for sure. We got Timberwolves, Warriors going on right now. You got to score that?
Yep, the Warriors up 1, just halfway through the second quarter.
21-20.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Warriors still in this first game, but I'm also I'm not gonna take them in the series. I like the Timberwolves in 6, but I do like the Warriors to get game 1, and then we'll see what happens.
I think the Timberwolves will pull this out. This could get really ugly for the Warriors. I will say though, a quarter into this series, and they held them to 18 or 20 points in the first quarter, and that's what the Warriors want to do to you. People don't realize that. They think it's all like third quarter cheese, just 3. No, they play defense. They are one of the higher defensive rated teams in the NBA. And if they're able to suffocate you, especially because they added Jimmy Butler, they can beat anyone in the NBA. And the Celtics don't want to see them.
Hell no.
The Celtics don't want to see them.
Especially if the Warriors can get like a couple of those young guys just to play their role through these next few series. I mean,
Podziemski needs to be huge for them.
Yeah.
He needs to be able to give like 13 to 16 points and do that every game.
Draymond's key this series. Draymond is key.
He's going to have to stay in his head for sure.
For sure.
Like, not verbalize everything.
He's got to provide too. He's on the rebounds, assists.
Yeah.
He's got to score as well. He's got to open shots.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is going to be a tough one. I said, we didn't get to talk about it in the last pod because the Warriors and the Rockets hadn't played. So that's my mistake. Who do we have in the series? You said Timberwolves?
In this series?
You said Timberwolves in 6.
Yeah, I got
I'm going to roll
Timberwolves in
Timberwolves.
6, yeah.
I'm going to roll Timberwolves in 6. It's a lot of length and depth for the Warriors to have to deal with. And you need a lot from Curry every night. I don't see it happening. But that kind of moves us away from the NBA. I mean, back-to-back crazy nights in the NBA. Halliburton hit a game winner. We're going to move into the state of Kentucky, Kentucky basketball. Specifically, we saw some movement.
Yep.
Travis Perry, UK commit out of high school, KHSAA, all-time leading scorer. All-time win leader too, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
He's a legend in our town, which sucks because he's going to Ole Miss. He's transferring to Ole Miss. Hotty toddy. So I'm gonna ask you as a UK fan, how much did you guys lose?
Valuable person to the program. As far as to the team this year, not that big of a piece. I hate to see him go. To answer your question. But I like that he is in the SEC. I like that he's at Ole Miss. I know Chris Beard was heavy on him coming out of high school trying to recruit him.
He was?
Yeah.
See, I didn't know that.
So now he's got him. We'll see what his role is there this year. I don't know that I see him being the starting point guard, but I'm just very interested in that situation and seeing how it works out.
Yeah. I don't know. He's good enough to play.
For sure.
So we'll just see how this transition goes. We talked about it. Is Juju Murray still there?
Right.
So, is he even going to be able to start? I think he's a really good six-man playing in that Reed Shepherd, Rob, Dillingham type of role. We've seen Cal kind of implement that system. I think that is where he could shine. He needs to put some more muscle on, see if he can grow another inch, and learn how to play defense.
Yep, defense is going to be key for him. He struggled in the Alabama game and late against Texas. I mean, it was just athleticism. Those guys are bigger, faster.
I mean, it's just SEC size, football or basketball, is uncomparable.
It's tough.
It's a very tough league to play in, no matter what sport you're playing.
Yep.
So, but good for Travis Perry. I'm glad he got to stay Power 5. I suggested that he go mid-major for a year and go kill.
Right.
He obviously had other plans, but good for him. Good for his family. Hope he got a bag. Move him out of Lyon County. Give him to good old Mississippi.
Yeah, it's not too far from there, actually. It's like only like 4 hours from Lyon County. So.
For sure.
Yep.
Also saw a commit for the Cats today out of the transfer portal. Local kid, Lex Cath kid, Reese Potter. I caught a little bit of him in high school, but Nate, how do you feel to add 7'1" to your bench?
Feel great. It's going to be a junior year for him. Shot 40% of the three last year. He's a big man, 7'1", but he can move and he can shoot the ball. So that's what Mark Pope likes in guys, especially big guys. So we'll see how he works out this year. People are thinking maybe he's a 12, 13 man, but maybe he moves up into the lineup. We'll see.
No, I agree 100%. I mean, the way Pope wants his big, I mean, maybe that was specifically Amari Williams' skill set, but from what we saw from Amari Williams, he doesn't mind putting the ball in his big's hands.
Mm-hmm.
And if this kid's shooting 40% from three, that'll go down. Like, there's a bit of a skill gap, like that much from where he was coming from.
I mean, you could say it could go down, but then you look at Kobe Barea coming from Dayton. Like, I mean, I know it's bigger than Ohio.
He wasn't as good as he was at Dayton.
His percentage, it was.
I mean, he was up there. But like he was Dayton's best player. Like he was
their best player, but
like,
his shooting percentage didn't take a hit when he came.
And then
to
also
Kentucky.
like that still applies.
Yeah.
So, obviously Kobe Bray didn't struggle. So that is a good point that you make. You're right. I'm not saying he will struggle. I'm just saying that he could.
Yeah, I agree.
7-footer. He's not the most natural shooter. Obviously, he's fucking 7 foot tall.
Right.
So I don't think it's going to be a Kobe Bryant situation. More than likely, he's the 12th, 13th man. But if he finds minutes, I saw a little bit of a clip of him today. Sorry, he looks nice. He looks like he can move. He's agile.
He does look nice.
So good for him. Probably good for him to be home. And the Cats, I saw him. He had a quote today. Like, I know what it's like to, see that blue and white, live that blue and white.
Yep.
So good for him. Cards by 90.
Yeah, they're never gonna happen.
Cards by 90. But that kind of wraps it up. We're gonna chill a little bit after this. Watch this Timberwolves Warriors game.
Yeah.
Like I said, guys, keep commenting, liking, subscribing to the YouTube channel, please. Follow our Instagram, TikTok, X, all of that. I mean, we're on literally everything. We post the same stuff on everything. So if you have a specific one you have a niche for, well, do what you need to do. But we really appreciate you guys. We're going to get on out of here. Love you guys. Peace.